Good morning, sir. This is Megha from first BS second sem presenting the topic Guild Socialism. Before coming to the point, let us understand the term social movement. Social movement is a loosely organized but sustained campaign in support of a social goal, typically either the implementation or the prevention of the change in society structure or values. Likewise, Guild Socialism is a movement that called for a workers' control of the industry through a system of national guilds operating in an implied constructual relationship with the public. The Guild Socialist movement developed in England and had its main impact there in the first 2 decades of the 20th century. Guild Socialist doctrine first appeared in 1906 with the publication of the Restoration of the Guild System by Arthur Joseph Penty and an article by Alfred Richard Orage on the same subject in the Contemporary Review. Then onwards, the socialism gained a wider following when a group of young men began to advocate it in a new publication, the Daily Herald. In 1915, the movement assumed an organized form with the foundation of the National Guilds League. The Guild Socialists stood for state ownership of the industry combined with workers' control organized internally on democratic lines. Guild Socialism was much stimulated during the World War I, demanding workers' control in war industries. But thereafter, the Guild Socialist movement does not have much impact and fell into pieces. In 1925, the National Guilds League itself was dissolved. Now, on moving to the exponents of Guild Socialism, the chief supporters of Guild Socialism were A.J. Penty from 1875 to 1935, A.R. Orage 1873 to 1934, S.G. Hobson from 1894 to 1940, and G.D.H. Cole from 1880 to 1959. R.H. Downey, S.G. Hobson, and A.R. Orage proved in their essays that there should be a self-government in industries and in other professions of the workers. Their control and administration should be in the hands of the workers. Among these, G.D.H. Cole stood as the chief philosophic obstacle of this new movement. Coming to the basic tenets of the Guild Socialism. Like Marx, Guild Socialism opposes capitalism. They want to abolish capitalism and vest the control and management of the factories in the hands of the guilds. Like collectivists, they are not in favor of state control over the industries. They criticize the present representative system which has been established on territorial basis. The Guild Socialists want the Guild Congress to control and organize the economic functions. For the management of national and common interests, they want a parliament. Likewise, for the solution of local problems, they want local industries. All Guild Socialists agreed that the state should not interfere in economic matters. Instead, they want in the hands of the guilds. The Guild Congress therefore they decided to form the Guild Congress. The Guild Congress will decide all the labor disputes. In case if the Guild Congress is unable to decide the disputes, then these will be decided according to the plan propounded by Hobson. They also condemn the system of machines, which has destroyed the freedom of the workers and given a setback to their skills. The workers have become a slaves of the capitalists on daily wages. Therefore, the system of wages should be disconnected and have strongly supported the self-government in industries. The Guild Socialists are in favor of giving the workers an honorable place in the society. They want to improve the position of the producers as well as give protection to the consumers' interest. They want to create coordination between the two. They want to fix the rates of the commodity by a joint decision. Therefore, in the opinion of G.D.H. Cole, the consumer will be in the position of respect themselves against the guilds of the producers. Finally, in order to achieve their ends, the Guild Socialists believe neither in constitutional means nor in violent means. They believe only in the trade union means. Hence, on the opinion of the G.D.H. Cole, they decided to form the trade unions so that many of the functions of the capitalists are performed by the elected representatives of the workers. Though the Guild Socialism emerged as an effective weapon, it also suffers some of the criticisms. Firstly, this theory is not practicable. The capitalists are not ready to give their numerous facilities to the workers and to withdraw their control by and by. In this way, capitalism cannot be removed without struggle and socialism cannot be established. Secondly, it is not fair to limit the functions of the state because Many of the functions cannot be performed by the guilds, and only state can perform these functions according to the plan. Number 3. The plan of the functional representation is not proper because there are numerous professions in the state and it is not fair to give representation to each of them. This system was adopted in Soviet Russia after the revolution of 1917, but later on it was dissolved due to the practical difficulties. Further, it is impossible to separate economic and political difficulties. Lastly, though the guild socialism want to organize each profession into a separate free guild and want to transfer their control in their own hands, it is not practically possible as the guilds neither have sufficient capital nor do they have capability to organize them. Then the production would fall. Thank you.